Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the words of BILVAVI, MISHKAN, EVNEH. We spoke about yesterday this concept that we live in a world of helam, of concealment, where the real tachlis, the purpose of what we're doing here is hidden, and our job is to peel away the layers to understand what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants from us. Kloimar, that means to say, Bevadai she'adam yedea she'tzarech l'kayim es haTorah mitzvos. A person certainly knows that one of the main reasons that we came to this world is to fulfill the 613 mitzvahs. Ulam avodas Hashem hi einena rak kiyum shel mitzvahs nifzaros. However, you have to understand that serving HaKadosh Baruch Hu is not something that depends upon fulfilling all of the variant mitzvahs that we have in the Torah. Kol pa'am amashim izdamen l'lodam, whatever comes to your hand. Meaning, you wake up in the morning, you put on tefillin, you sit down to eat breakfast, you wash your hands, you make a bracha, you're going about your day, chesed pops up in front of you, you run to do a chesed, the next thing you know, you bump into a mincha, after mincha, before you know it, someone's sticking out their hand and you give him tzedakah, then somebody needs an ear to listen to and some advice, and the next thing you know, you go home and you have to do shalom bayis with your wife and chinuch habanim with your children, and you're looking at your watch and it's getting late, and you crawl out of the house and you go and you daven a marav with whatever gusta you can muster up. Says the BILVAVI MISHKAN EVNEH, that's not the way of mitzvahs. The way of mitzvahs is not, I just bump into whatever mitzvah there is right now and I do it, and that's called avodas Hashem. Ella, haTorah mitzvahs, rather the 613 mitzvahs, tzorech she'adam yekaimam b'tzorech shel binyan. A person must fulfill the mitzvahs in the way of a binyan, of a building. Mitzvahs yivnai es ha'adam karoi. That mitzvahs build a person properly. When I'm doing mitzvahs, I am building myself up. And therefore you need a very clear path. You can't just go into a construction site haphazardly and start throwing together the nails and the wood and the cement and the electric and the plumbing and hope that you can get a beautiful building made out of the finest construction. There's got to be a plan, there has to be a blueprint, there has to be details that a person is following in order to make sure that everything turns out in the right way. Says the BILVAVI MISHKAN EVNEH, the same thing is true over here. If you want to build yourself up in the world of avodas Hashem, you need a clear path. Keitzad kiyum mitzvahs nase b'tzura shel binyan. How do the performance of the mitzvahs build up the shape and the form of a person? Mahu hareishi shel binyan. What is the beginning of that building, the foundations? Ma hemshech. How does it continue? Uma hatachli shel kol kiyum mitzvahs. And what is the purpose of all of the mitzvahs that a person is going to perform and to keep? Kleimar, that means to say, Ala Adam levarer keitzad kiyum mitzvahs v'nes nafshay. A person must clarify for themselves, how does the keeping of mitzvahs build up my nefesh, my soul? How does it give the sustenance to my spirit? The keitzad hamahalech shel kiyum advarim. And what exactly is the pathway of fulfilling these concepts and these mitzvahs that Hashem has given us? Ma'u hareshis, what comes first? Ma'u hemshech, what comes afterwards? Uma tachlis, and what is the purpose? What am I supposed to have in mind with every single mitzvah that I am performing and completing? And he says, haTorah mitzvahs nasnu la'adam. We were given 613 mitzvahs, a beautiful Torah that is filled with so many opportunities to do the mitzvahs of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to connect ourselves to Hashem. Ulam ala adam levar loi, but a person must clarify for himself, Eiza mitzvah yesh lahaschil ba. What mitzvah should I start with? Where is the starting point of all of my avodas Hashem? What is going to be the central, foundational mitzvah that a person must engage themselves in order that they can even begin the pathways of avodas Hashem, serving HaKadosh Baruch Hu? And he writes over here, Kimuvan sheish mitzvahs shel kol hayom. Of course, we understand there are mitzvahs that a person has to do every day. Tefillin, tzitzis, davening, brachas. Yeah, of course, there's mitzvahs, tzedakah, mitzvahs I have to do every day. V'shel zmanim shepashut seder kiyuman. And of course, there are the time-related mitzvahs, Shabbos, Yom Tov, Pesach coming up, Shavuos, all the different things that we have that the time obligates us in those mitzvahs. V'loi b'zeh, we are not talking about those daily or time-bound mitzvahs that a person realizes and knows they must keep. Rather, what mitzvahs are we talking about where we want to know what is the starting point? What is the foundation? Where will our ascension into the world of Avodas Hashem begin? Abbas Hashem, loving HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Yiras Hashem, fearing and having awe of Hashem, Dveikus b'Hashem, getting close to Hashem, Mitzvos, Rabbis, there's so many of these spiritually inclined mitzvahs. You got to have an order that you're going to follow so that you can ascend the ladder of ruchnius, of spirituality, in the right way. And if you don't understand the proper order of the observance, of the immersion, of the ascension in the mitzvahs, then that is what it means to live in a world where the emes, where the truth is concealed and not revealed. And if there is concealment of what the proper path in Avodas Hashem is, kasha lahasig as tachlis hamitzvos, it will be very difficult to reach the purpose of the mitzvahs, and the purpose of the mitzvahs of why we came into this world. That's tachlis hachayim, the purpose of our lives, and therefore says BILVAVI MISHKAN that we must work to clarify for ourselves what is the seder hadavarim, the order of events that is going to bring us properly and keep us strong and elevate us in the world of Avodas Hashem. Have a wonderful day.